There was a false rumor going around a couple of days ago that Joycelyn was late on her rent, and R. Kelly was calling up fans trying to get $3,000 to pay Joycelyn's rent. And Jennifer Bonjean confirmed that that rumor was not true. R. Kelly has not called anyone asking for $3,000 for Joycelyn or asking for any money for Joycelyn. He hasn't called anyone to ask anyone for money for anything. Joycelyn is good. She is living good. She's not late on her rent, and she doesn't need anybody's money. Um, but I saw a lot of people panicking and saying, "Oh, we got to help Joycelyn because if she gets desperate, she could flip on R. Kelly." And Shabazz did a video on his YouTube channel, and he said, if anybody cares about R. Kelly, they would make sure Joycelyn has money in her pocket so she won't flip on R. Kelly. And I'm like, no, no. If she loves R. Kelly, she should want to be loyal to him out of love. R. Kelly has taken better care of Joycelyn than her own daddy took care of her. R. Kelly has treated that girl well. The least she could do is stand by his side until he gets out of jail. The least she could do is not kick him while he's down. We shouldn't have to give her money for her to be loyal. The only person we should be financially helping is R. Kelly. R. Kelly is the one who doesn't have his freedom. R. Kelly is the one who got caught up in this shit because of these lying assholes and these disgusting, unfit parents. And Joycelyn's parents were the main ones who kicked this whole thing off. So since they were the ones who came out here lying and saying their daughter was a hostage, the least Joycelyn can do is stay in there until R. Kelly is set free. If she decides to flip on him, it's not on us. It's what she wanted to do to begin with. So don't let anybody create drama and fearmonger and tell y'all, oh my God, if y'all are Kelly fans, y'all need to make sure Joycelyn's straight. No, no. We need to make sure R. Kelly's straight. We need to make sure he is doing good and he's keeping his head up. He's the one behind bars, not Joycelyn. Joycelyn is free to leave at any time. She can leave and go back home if she wants to, for all I care. If that's what she want to do, that's what she gonna do. We can't control a 30-year-old woman. Do I think she will go back home to her family? No. But if she did go back, we were already prepared for that because none of these chicks are loyal. None of these chicks are loyal. They were just there to get money out of R. Kelly and take, 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 take. When the money ran out, they wanted to cry and run around town saying that they're victims. And they set him up. Azriel set him up. So if Joycelyn wants to flip, she will. Loyalty and decency and being a solid individual is something you're born with. If you're not born with it, you can't develop it over time. So like I said, she's gonna do what she wanna do. So don't let people make y'all feel like y'all gotta send money to Joycelyn. R. Kelly did not ask for money for Joycelyn. He made arrangements to make sure she was good before he went to jail. And she's doing well. She's living better than most of us. I think her rent is like $4,000 a month. She's not living in a cheap place. R. Kelly really has taken care of Joycelyn better than her own daddy. The Savages are some evil people. I saw Joycelyn was harassing Jennifer Bongine online, talking about she shouldn't be representing R. Kelly because R. Kelly is a pedophile. I'm so sick of Joycelyn Savage and all of these moms who sent their fast ass daughters to live with R. Kelly, complaining and acting like victims. Joycelyn Savage is a crack whore. Tim Savage is a woman beater. I don't like none of them motherfuckers. I wish R. Kelly never met Joycelyn or none of these folks. Because he wouldn't have been in this mess, especially if he didn't meet Joycelyn Azriel. He wouldn't have been in jail right now. They're the ones that kicked it off. Their families kicked this thing into 10th gear. R. Kelly would be on tour right now if he never met Azriel and Joycelyn. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's rumors that R. Kelly wants to marry Joycelyn. And if he does, he needs to have an airtight prenup because I don't trust her and I don't trust her family. But I want him to be happy. I want him to have some sort of happiness that maybe he feels like, hey, if I marry Joycelyn, it'll look good for the courts that he's a married man. But I just don't want him to put himself in another situation where he's digging another ditch for himself. Because none of these women are trustworthy. And if he marries Joycelyn, she will become the next of kin. And then if she reunites with her family, they could have access to all of R. Kelly's money and stuff. Because remember, R. Kelly's not going to be down forever. If R. Kelly gets out of jail next month, next year, 2 years from now, he's going to do a documentary. He's going to do a movie. He's going to make millions of dollars. So R. Kelly is always going to be earning millions for the rest of his life. So just because he may have money tied up now with the feds doesn't mean that that's going to be the case in the next 5 years. And Joycelyn knows that. R. Kelly has always been a go-getter. He grew up without anything, in poverty, and through God's grace and his talent, he was able to change R&B music and become the king of it. There's no R&B without R. Kelly. He's the greatest to ever do it. And he's a fighter. He's a fighter. He's very smart. And he'll be fine once he gets out of jail. And once he gets his money free from being tied up in all of this dumb shit with the feds freezing accounts, he'll be fine. If he marries Joycelyn, is she going to be loyal to him? Or is she going to stab him in the back as soon as she get the ring? Is that what she's waiting on? Is she waiting to become his wife so that she could stab him in the back? We don't know. We don't know. Life is full of unknowns. But one thing I do know for sure is R. Kelly deserves to be free. So God bless R. Kelly, free R. Kelly, and fuck anybody who don't like him.